because I dealt with the backup audio these last 4 episodes, and
Dude,
I don't want to deal with it again.
No, that was a little rough.
Yeah, believe you me, buddy, it was
Yeah.
rough. So who was brewing this?
So this is.
I haven't
are we
even
starting
processed.
now?
I
Alright.
have.
Let's
like,
just rip it off the fly. Let's review a beer, and then Brian can go home and take care of his dying baby.
You can't say it like that. Like I'm just hanging out here instead.
I mean, that's literally what you're doing now.
Welcome to another episode of the American Beer Review Podcast.
Good times with good friends requires good beer. Lucky for us, we know how to pick all three.
We're a group of friends who grew up in the Pacific Northwest, giving us a jump start on our craft beer journey.
Join us today while Brian... I pride myself on not getting to know other people, so do not put that on me.
Alec.
So the bananas up until like the 60s were an entirely different species of banana?
And Chad. It hit me like a wrecking ball.
Review some beer, talk about beer topics, and whatever else comes up. We invite you to pour yourself a drink and hang out with us.
And me and Alec had to physically restrain him from leaving.
Yep. Doors are locked.
Yeah.
Threw the keys down the toilet.
We had to get this done so we didn't have to inconvenience ourselves later on.
Right.
All right. So this is from Heater Allen Brewing.
Oh, hey, I've had that before.
There you go. Perfect. You can talk about it. So
There we go.
McMinnville, Oregon.
Yeah.
That Chad also got all the way from Tavor, even though we weren't driven there. This is their Connoisseur's Choice Export Lager, and you deserve a gold dot. So I don't know if that's part of their brand. Gold dot.
Is it A-L-L-E-N or a Heater Allen?
A-L-L-E-N.
All right, there. I'm trying to find it. Dun, dun, dun.
A noble brew.
So I've had a couple of theirs. So I've had they have a Bobtoberfest that I've had. They also have I think it's a porter, going back to our last thing. And it was while I was in...
This one is not a porter. The one you had previously was a porter.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I might be 3 sheets to the wind right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Well, the one we had last week was a porter, and we were looking at doubling up.
They are only rolling 70 beers on Untapped.
There's no cigarettes on this one, are there?
Oh, man, I hope not.
Okay, good.
But the one that I had, so I was trying to order a beer when we were in Corvallis for the UW game. We were at a bar having lunch and pre-funking the game because it was rainy as all hell outside.
Yep.
And they had a bunch of stuff with the beers, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take that one." And she's like, "We just ran out of that, or we don't." And I was like, "Okay, well, tell me more about what you have that's comparable or something." And she ended up recommending this beer from Allen Heater, and the idea was that it was this comparable style to what I wanted.
Okay.
I am pretty sure the beer that what is going on?
We're connoisseurs.
Oh,
there you go. I got it.
but the beer that she ended up getting me was significantly boozier than the one that I was initially trying to get, but it had a really cute dog on it, so I got it anyways.
This is 5.6. So
For a lager,
it's a little heavier, but
it's a little boozy.
5.6.
The beer that I had is called Sandy Paws, and each year they rotate the dogs on the label, and the money goes to I
got too much lights in there. Keep talking.
I feel like the money goes to a charity for dogs. But
Is that the Starbucks logo? I mean, that's the old school Starbucks logo. I put it up there. Was trying to catch that.
oh yeah, that for sure is.
That is totally the that's the one they had to edit for TV, but not for YouTube, or we're gonna find out.
Oh, well, demonetize us.
Naughty mermaid.
All right, have you tasted it?
So, if I am remembering what you just said correctly,
All right,
this same
would
brewing
love
company,
to know if you actually remembered what I just said correctly.
this brewing company made a beer that went towards the adoption of beautiful dogs.
I think so, because every year they
based off the name of her
rotate.
dog, and they made this beautiful beer that I would want to drink in a dank, dark.
Because that's the one I had. A little,
Excellent.
but
So they
there's-
made that beautiful beer for the
I'll show the
adoption of.
This
beautiful
is
animals.
someone else's picture. Thanks, Peter D. But that's the
Aw.
Sandy Paws.
Okay.
But they also made this beer that I would expect to drink in a deep, dark basement, dank, gross dive bar.
Okay.
Export
See
lager.
See where you're going.
Connoisseur one sounds a little fancier though than what you're saying.
No, I'm having I want this in a dive bar.
Okay.
This is dive bar lager. I
to
don't care
the-
what it. I'm a connoisseur of dive bar lagers, and this is.
There may be dogs allowed in this bar, but
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
broadcast it as
Yes.
pet
Yeah.
friendly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
It's one where you
Yeah.
you walk in, you're like, what? I could have brought my dog in here. And they're like,
No, he
I
catches
mean, we
he
just
catches the
don't-
rats.
we don't talk
Yeah.
about it.
yeah. This is fantastic.
I like this.
Your
This is a
phrasing
good
made me
pull.
think it was early on in my drinking career, but we were at the basement bar Arrow in
Archers.
in
Or
Fairhaven.
Archer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
And I think they mostly focus on European beers, if I remember correctly. But I had one that I was like, oh, I'll just get some light whatever beer, and I didn't finish it. I think I gave it a few. We ended up watching like a UW football game that was on at like 11:30 because they were like playing in freaking Hawaii
Oh.
and drinking like some what I thought at the time terrible European beer. But for the life of me, I have no idea what that beer is. So
That's what it is. That export lager. It tastes. Is it not?
it is. It's a European. Like there's a little bit of like a.
I was going to say almost Belgian, but not.
I was gonna say a
quite.
little more like a Kolsch is kind of what I was
There you
thinking.
go.
Maybe
There you
It's Kolschy. It's like a warm Kolschy
that.
kind of vibe.
Yeah. Okay. Before you kill it all, you just,
Around.
pass that bad boy.
It's very good.
I didn't. I don't know the. What'd you say the gold dot thing though?
I don't know.
Hey, marketing.
You deserve a gold dot.
You deserve.
We'll
gold
take it.
dot.
Oh, or did we get the cans that have the gold dots so we get a free tour of their?
Do we get a
Brewery?
prize?
Throwback. We're gonna put a little throwback in the thingy right here on the YouTube.
Do we get a prize? We need to look this up.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can. Almost. Oh nope,
There
I
you
did.
go.
I spilled a little bit, but
I mean, it's not a Ronier, but it is the getting Ronier on draft vibe.
Kinda.
That is.
oh, it's a Dortmunder. So it is.
Oh,
It's a
of course.
European style lager.
Of course.
So,
Um,
Chad, for you, I will pull up what a Dortmunder is.
Yes, for Chad. I mean, those of us who obviously know what a Dortmunder is.
yes,
but-
yes,
well-
for the uncultured among us, the uncouth.
I mean, Chad, you should know
That's a $5 word.
you went to Oktoberfest.
Fun fact: we're running it back.
Some of us are.
Some of us are.
Sometimes referred to as a Dortmunder export, the European style export has the malt forward flavor
Yeah.
and
Okay.
sweetness of a German style Helles,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
but the bitter base of a German style Pilsner.
Love it.
Okay.
Lager's all about the balance, medium hop character, firm but low malt sweetness. I actually I kind of wish that all my lagers were this flavoring.
Yeah.
I kind of like this.
This is pretty good.
Yes. Like, oh yeah, one of my other favorites that I've had of this is also from Corvallis, Block 15, is their Punch Out and Prost. So I really enjoyed that one as well. Yeah, this is a pretty solid, a slightly stronger version of our instant classic, the Helles Lager. So the
Okay.
slightly boozier, basically, and probably maltier version of that.
This is so good.
Made with pure glacier
good
water and the finest imported hops and barley we could find on the earth. Incredibly dry and sparkling lager.
This
Yeah,
is
I'm
a-
not mad about it.
This is a teeners. I'm not crushing a 30 bomb of this.
You're gonna do 16
Oh.
or 18 of these though?
I'll try.
Not in one sitting. I'd purchase it that way, but I'm not like.
I buy a 6-pack. 6-pack of 16s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
And give me 3, and then I'm going to fall asleep because I'm old. So.
Well, that's the thing is but you're getting at 5.6. To me, this is the perfect of like, you do have to be slightly aware of what's going on because you're drinking it like it's a light beer, but it's a little boozier. So you do got to kind of slow down and be careful.
Pace a little bit.
Yes, there is. Okay, so I don't know what I did. I clicked on. Wait, who'd you say this is from?
I don't remember.
That's why, you guys.
Heater Allen?
No.
What?
That's what it says.
Brewed and canned by Heater Allen.
Okay.
This is from Gold Dot Beer.
Oh, that's why you.
What a twist!
So when you look at the brewery, it is actually Gold Dot Beer.
Yeah, this was a random poll.
Yep.
So
Chad and I.
They have a total of 12 beers.
Only 12
on Untapped. You're looking at Hella's Lager, Munich Dunkel, Cold IPA, this export lager, Dortmunder, an IPA, Japanese rice lager.
Also on the list we were about to pull from.
So
you missed it. We were handing beers back and forth in the fridge. Mm-hmm. Should we taste this one? Should we taste this one?
Yep.
Will this one taste like cigarettes?
Who knows?
This one's been in the fridge for several months that we haven't got to.
I bet you there's a lot of people who drink this one while smoking cigarettes.
What are you trying to say?
I feel like that's a good offset.
You need to be in a dank basement bar while you're drinking this?
Where legally can't, or I could see sitting on some patio where just like you're not supposed to have your dog in there, you're also not supposed to smoke on the patio, but someone's sitting drinking this bad boy. And this is their lager of choice. And they particularly chose it because they're a little fancy with their cigarettes. They buy the European ones, but they also want a little more booze in their light beer. So that's why they're going with this one.
Possibly.
So it's got to be some kind of
that
one
was
of those
amazingly specific,
right?
It's got to be one of those where it's the brewery within a brewery type of thing, or some combination.
I'm a dude playing another dude.
Well, it's contracted out because the cost of shipping this from wherever is.
It reminds me,
expensive,
it reminds me of the Walking Mountains.
Walking Mountains.
The New Hokkaido.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Out of Montana, that where it's in this brewery we have 3 breweries and a seltzery and those types of things. I could easily see that they did some kind of variation of. Yeah, something along that. I was going to see a joint venture from Lager Brewing power couple Lisa Allen and Kevin Davey. So
seems like heater come from?
I don't know. Let's ask Lisa Allen because we at least found the Allen part.
Right.
So let me check this bad boy in, and then I'll get back to looking at Heater Allen again. This, for being just a lager, it's pretty freaking good.
Let me look at my list.
What do you got on your list that's going to be anything special of this?
This is the most drinkable beer out of the last 5 episodes.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It
Okay.
entirely is.
Well, we've had the 4 episodes previous to this, maybe more, but I can't remember that far back.
Talladega Light.
I prefer this over that.
100%. The Talladega Light is better for being at a racetrack and drinking a 30 bomb.
Oh God!
If I'm crushing, I'm doing
splitting a 30 bomb.
I'm crushing the Talladega Lights. I'm savoring the Gold Dot.
Yes. So this to me is a more quality version.
It's like a starter lager.
I'm giving you a Talladega Light first, but then I'm going to keep trying to get you into the Gold Dot.
I would not give this to the cat.
No, this is almost too fancy for
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
Yes, that's a good call. Yeah, no, this is too fancy.
Would
for
he
the
like
captain.
it? Absolutely. Would he
100%.
appreciate it?
Yes. But he will recoil at the ABV.
Oh, possibly.
Because this is although tastier, when we went to the race in California,
Okay. Yep.
again, not a NASCAR podcast.
Nope.
When we went to the race in California, the Busch Lights were $8.
Okay.
The Bushes were $7. You guys went on a path of drinking Busch Lights because that is your go-to. My policy was slightly more alcohol in every, I don't know the math, 7th, 8th one. I got a freebie compared to you guys because I was paying $1 less every time.
Still $8 at a venue.
$8 for tall boys of Busch Light.
It's pretty cheap.
I got $7 for the Busch Heavies.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a little digging on Heater Allen. I wanted to know a little more about them after that one. But yeah, I think he'd recoil at the ABV on this. 5.6.
Possibly.
That's a little danger zone. Because think about the ones that he is traditionally drinking. He's not usually jumping in at 5%. They're all mostly sub 5s for the standards.
But yes.
At Heater Allen, we specialize in making German and Czech style lager beers. Use the best possible ingredients.
Well, that checks.
I hate him so much.
Been waiting all season to get that.
How many Czech dark lagers have we had?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lot. Wait,
Well,
why?
if I threw out too many, you guys would catch on.
Oh no, it says temporarily closed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, on the Google, it says temporarily closed.
Hmm.
Maybe just this location is my hope.
Like their tap room?
Yeah, in McMinnville. I can't. Now I'm kind of sad and disappointed, and I feel like I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole trying to figure out what the hell happened. On a random side note, technically, overall breweries grew last year to like
Did they?
9,600, 9,700, something like that.
So the best kind of correct.
What?
Huh?
Technically correct is the best kind
Oh,
of correct.
yeah.
So technically,
Yeah.
breweries grew that much.
I didn't realize also though that there's and maybe I did. There's a categorizations. So you have like breweries that are just tap rooms, breweries that are like microbreweries, and they label them all, and basically it's by your like distribution size or your whether you like to be a regional brewery, you have to create a certain amount of
Okay.
barrels. Basically, like we don't believe there's any possible way you can sell all these barrels in your tap room, so you must be
No.
distributing type of thing. So that's how like you become a regional brewery or you become a whatever. But there was some that like the overall numbers, if you looked at like regional breweries, they lost some.
You think it's literally they go, we don't think you can sell this many versus we know you're selling your kegs? Like you have receipts showing that you sold your kegs and distributed?
I mean,
We saw your numbers. We don't really believe you.
Right.
allegedly there might be a real like verification of that.
Right.
We're not going to snitch.
Oh, yeah. This is just a money laundering scheme. You guys are just...
What a brewery, a money laundering scheme? How dare you?
No, it actually makes sense because you just can like be like, no, we're like hemorrhaging money. We're totally losing money. But we're somehow staying open.
That's
Yeah, so the last 10 years of VC. Yeah.
Yeah.
not how money laundering works.
No, I know.
Usually you're trying to
Hey, Alec,
hide.
I'm not telling the people I know how.
I'm short money laundering.
I'm
I'm
not.
shorting the money laundering
Okay.
market.
I'm not telling people that I know how money laundering works because that would make it obvious that I'm doing it, sir.
Obviously.
Taproom is currently
I'm a-
closed.
No, Mr. IRS agent. I'm a terrible money launderer.
For a remodel.
Oh, good for them. So they're making money.
Yes.
Or laundering it. I don't know.
Check out the taproom page for more
You
info.
just,
So
you just hire yourself to do the remodeling.
giving contracts to people you know, and it's like if I knew an HVAC guy to just do a bunch of contracts for me and pay him in only beer.
It is suspicious that there's a multi-$1,000 unit complex going in Ellensburg or Sunnyside, Washington.
Weird.
Yeah, that's a Starbucks logo.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, it is the Starbucks logo.
But why?
Because Starbucks stole it from somebody
I was
else.
going to say, if it's from Europe, it's probably way older
probably
than
true.
Starbucks, and it was like Cops somewhere. But what-
That's a really good lager. Like that's one of the ones that I like. When you go in and you're kind of looking at what's on tap, you're looking at building a flight of doing something. I want someone to point out a
That's
little
an
bit
anchor.
more of like
That is an anchor on your way to beer greatness.
to try to do like. I don't want just your American light lager in my flight, but I want this.
Yep.
I will not buy the whatever pack of them Chad was talking about.
No.
But I would
What was I
gladly
talking about?
cycle through.
you
and
said you wanted 18 of these. You'd buy them by the 18 pack.
Yeah, I would.
I would
Then
at least
then
cycle
would-
through.
Then I drink 18 of them, then I forget about it.
Buy another one?
Then when you guys ask me, it's a perpetual money machine. A money laundering scheme, if you will.
I would at least frequently get a 4-pack of that to have.
That's what I was gonna
Because
go. 4.
To me,
Yes.
if you're having one for the day, there's enough kind of booziness in it, but it's still a light drinking beer.
Yes.
It also is a great transition out of your IPAs and different things to then getting into your light stuff where you're like, this is a perfect one where I'm like, I want something a little less boozy than IPAs or different things, but I want flavor still. This is still more flavor than your standard American light lager.
Oh, for sure.
And
I
doing
would,
that.
I would get a 4-pack of this and then not share them.
Winner,
All right.
winner, chicken dinner.
Cool. Our glasses are empty. Hopefully yours are too. We'll catch you next time after the race.
If you've enjoyed what you just heard, make sure you subscribe to get new episodes when they drop, and don't forget to leave us a review. If you want to see what we're drinking when we're not on the pod, you can follow us on social media at A Beer Review. Feel free to send us any beer suggestions that we can make Chad go buy off of Tavor.